Last time on Cloudfall. After helping to close the rift that was poisoning the Autumn Court, the party found themselves in a new level of paranoia. As they ascended the second floor of the colossal tower, they explored what seemed to be a great conservatory. However, the path from there was unclear. Doran and Poppy found a new perspective from up inside a great dangling tree growing upside down from the ceiling. Among the branches, they discovered an entire changeling nest and wasted no time in burning the entire place to the ground. Under a rain of cinders, the party regrouped and snuffed out the last of the changelings and made their way up into the throne room of the Autumn King. They perused the untouched artifacts of the absent king and took everything that caught their eye. Even Journey took a little something for herself, just by reaching for it. Aaron, you hear a deep, rushing sound, and you can't see anything. But you feel so alive and so happy. And suddenly you can feel bubbles tickling your face, and cold water. And as your face breaks the surface of the water, you're looking out on a calm lake at night, and you feel a chill breeze. A moment later, your hair is dripping wet and you're sitting around a fire. You're smiling at Doran sitting beside you. You're sharing a blanket, tasting salty campfire popcorn. You see Guy and Poppy across from you roasting marshmallows with Mikey and April. Across the bonfire, you see Journey. And her fae buds are orbiting around her hair, slowly circling her. You see her eyes fix on them and smile, so blissfully unaware. And then your head snaps up as you wake up. Aaron's birthday island is a long, long time ago. You had dozed off for just a second with your back against a stone wall. Your party had followed a spiral staircase leading up to the next floor, a shortcut, after you ransacked the Autumn King's throne room. Things have been quiet for a while now, and the last few hours have been slow progress and a whole lot of stairs. But glimpses at the lake below prove that you have made a great distance already. You're stopped in a hallway with massive vaulted ceilings and a large stone bowl placed on the floor here. But looking at Journey, she looks nothing like she did back then. Her expression is blank and unchanging. Her eyes seem to be fixed on something in another world altogether.
Journey.
Yeah?
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. You looked like you were somewhere else there for a second.
It's been a lot.
Yeah. How are your fae buds?
Journey kind of lifts her hands to her hair protectively. I've been keeping them close. There aren't that many left, and now that I know who they were, Well, I don't exactly know who they were, but I know where they came from. I just don't feel like it's good to use them like I was.
Where did they come from? What are they? I mean, you seemed pretty distraught when Lenati, took one.
Yeah, I trusted Lenati for a long time, and I brought her to my family, and she told us that we were special, and she told us that we could live a life even more perfect, even more close to nature. And one night, she... Well, I thought it was... I thought they were ascending. I thought they were moving on to something beautiful and magical and natural. And I guess what really happened was they died. Were consumed. She ate them. This is all that's left of them. And a couple of the buds come out of her hair, just a couple, and swirl around before darting back in. I think that's all that's left.
Back when I was in the Blight, Diver made me steal one. At the time, I mean, I didn't know what they were. I think it was the one you tried to kit pack that night we first met.
Yeah.
At the break-in. Man, that feels like forever ago. Holy cow. But I didn't know that they were someone's family, and I'm sorry.
We were both lied to and controlled for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't blame you for what you did when you were under someone else's control. But thank you for telling me.
Are you really okay? Are you going to be okay? You came back from the dead. So I guess not much worse can happen, right?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure once we get back to the clouds, I'll feel normal again.
If I might turtle-splain for a moment, Journey, Lenati is an energy manipulator. Indeed, it's right probably to think that they died in that moment. Their energy, their magic, I believe, was removed from their bodies and put into these new vessels, these sprites, these feybuds. They're more or less pure. And as he's talking about this, it all just kind of fades out. Because every time somebody says your name, you hear Lenati's voice. That creaking, shrieking, withered crescendo. You can't help it now with every mention of the name Journey. You feel a dark pulse run through you like a surge of adrenaline that makes your fangs grow longer and your claws harden like steel. After Huber finishes up, there's an uneasy silence that's been growing in the last few minutes when you all suddenly hear a bell, faintly from outside. The bell tower of Lore, ringing out not far from here. But that's enough to help you break out and reflect on what's changed as we level up.
Cue that level up music.
Bling, 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 bling. Journey. Mm-hmm. You just died.
Sure did.
You've recently been expressing yourself in bestial shapes, and things are different with your swarm now. You connected with Tibio. You connected with Bismite.
Things are different in your body now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you grow older.
And you start over at level 1 when you die, right?
Here's Holly Hyacinth to tell you about your changing body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of changes.
What else changed?
I took this opportunity to do some retooling of Journey's subclasses, abilities. She's still a ranger and a druid. But because of Journey's reaction to knowing what her Fey buds are, where they came from, that they are little bits of whatever's left over of her dead family, she no longer feels that it is a good thing to send them into battle in any way, shape, or form. She's definitely holding on and hoarding the last of these buds. There's not very many left. So she is no longer a swarm keeper. She is now a gloomstalker.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Cool.
She's got a little bit of darkness in her, a little bit of anger in her, and a little bit of probably vengeance
I love it.
in her. And her idea of nature and what it means to be connected to nature has been corrupted, essentially, by Lenati and also by her death and by her proximity to some of that fog when she died, stuff like that. So instead of being a Circle of the Moon druid, she's now a Circle of the Blighted druid, which is a Mercer creation.
Nice.
Sick.
So thanks, Critical Role or whatever.
Whatever that show's called.
I don't know.
Yeah, so some interesting big and small changes coming in combat and probably in roleplay as well.
Flavortown.
That's nice.
And also, she will no longer be going by Journey. She will now be Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Please, Mr. Fieri.
We have two guys in the party.
guys, yeah.
Come on.
What are the chances?
Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
All right. Aaron.
Hey, I leveled to 9 and I got 6.
Hold on. Let me read the little thing I wrote for you.
Oh, you wrote me a letter?
Dear Hannah.
Wow, I can't believe you're already level 9.
You've grown so much.
Mark Twain once said.
You must be underlined so tall. Yeah, there's been changelings everywhere, and you've had to face your own nature for the first time in your life and come to understand what you are and what your history is and what it means to be a changeling. And
Yeah, they suck.
as a result, you found yourself killing your own in droves. How has this changed you, or has it?
I feel like now I can make myself be like 2 more of myself and change them all. Is that okay with you?
Duplicate yourself?
Yeah. I'm a mega changeling because I like
Yeah.
absorb their changeling
Yeah,
powers.
that's right. You just make copies.
Yep.
Call
No,
you
Phenom already did that. How has it affected me? I think Aaron has always been on their own or felt like a loner, and so at first they were kind of freaked out by all these other changelings, but I think Aaron's sort of just like disassociating and seeing them as more beast than sentient creature at this point, because they haven't actually been able to like communicate with any of them. And also they keep trying to kill Aaron, and Aaron's a survivalist. They're gonna just tooth and claw to the end, you know, hide, fight, run.
It's been mostly
Drink your own
violent action.
pee.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
In a pinch.
Gross.
Yeah, so I don't feel like a kinship with these things at all, and so also killing them. I mean, at first, like I said, it kind of freaked Aaron out, just because it was more like, am I like that, or is like that my core being? And then after a short while, Aaron was like, fuck that, fuck them, I'm gonna kill them all. So that's kind of their attitude right now.
You've also passed up multiple opportunities to see a changeling in its true form, and each time you've moved away from it.
Yeah. Never nude. Aaron's a never nude changeling.
There's dozens of us.
Aaron's a never me.
Never me. Yeah, I've never, I don't know what a true form changeling looks like. And I think Aaron thinks about that sometimes, because Aaron looks like their dead mother, quote unquote mother, the elven mother that took care of them. Yeah, I don't know. Aaron has some fear that they probably haven't dealt with that piece of it because they don't know what it means to be a changeling. So, or if it is, they don't think it should be like what they've seen so far. So, and I also get Supreme Sneak, which is advantage on stealth checks if I haven't moved more than half my speed on the same turn. So that's cool.
Nice.
Supreme sneak.
Not to be confused with the Supreme Snack.
That was Curthbreaker.
Yeah.
Guy. You may have recently felled a great beast in a single motion, but that doesn't mean you're all-powerful. You can't even get your own body and head to get along.
It's roast guy.
What else is changing within?
Well, because I have that one level of Warlock, I am a level 8 Paladin now, which means an ability score increase. Rather than bumping Strength up to a nice round 20, I took 2 points in Charisma to go up to 18 points. And that's reflective of Guy regaining more of his memories, remembering who he was as a commander, and learning to direct people, as well as increasing his ability to strike fear in people. Yeah.
Poppy.
Yeah.
Losing Journey was heartbreaking, however brief. Not having the Crescent ready was a heavy blow. What else might not happen before it's too late? Might never establish a shop? You might never see Saffron? How is Poppy preparing for the rest of this?
Poppy is really struggling with feeling like she's not doing enough and can't protect anyone. So I took Aura of Purity for one of my 4th level spells, which is just a way to protect her friends more. And I also took Hallow, which is a very cool spell.
So it creates like a safe area around you, hallowed ground essentially?
Yep.
Yeah.
That lasts for literally ever. So I think just really amping up the way she can protect and cover ground and like keep everyone close and safe is very important at this very moment. I also switched something out for Magic Missile because I realized that
Finally
no one
broke.
has it and we need it. So
It's a good spell.
I need to be able to hit people. So yeah.
Doran, you can't help but feel responsible for everything. Everyone that's here is here because of you, in some way or another. How are you reacting to the weight of this, of the things that lie ahead?
Doran's not thinking about the future much at all. Being back in this place kind of flipped a switch again for him. And he's seeing everything as people that he needs to protect and things he needs to kill. And there's really no in between in this place. And after being here for the time that we have, he's internalizing that a bit. It hasn't been so much scheming anymore, and feeling comfortable with seeing it that way.
How has Doran changed mechanically or grown in power to succeed in his goals here?
Just for the record, are there any spells that you as a DM would ban or are banned?
I love this question.
Before I answer this,
I don't think there's much to worry about until we get into like 7th level type stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we're getting there.
Well,
I did take a dominate person.
nice.
So, yeah.
Fun. Okay.
I don't think we've really played around with this one much, but essentially I'm able to, more than suggestion, which is I can ask for a specific thing, I can literally take control of another humanoid for up to 1 minute concentration.
Yeah.
So
And that can lead them to any action whatsoever.
I can essentially do anything they are capable of, and just totally
No restriction of like, no, do no harm or whatever.
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Doran's in his Dom era.
That's the one new spell.
Cool.
Yeah.
You all feel a similar dread as Doran starts packing up some of his stuff, indicating that it's time to start moving again. In this next hallway, it's not all that long, not all that crazy looking. There are a few large closed doors along the walls here, one to your left and one to your right, and then 2 more doors farther down. But in between those is a wide span of pink light, taking up the full width of the room, making it impossible to walk down the hall without crossing 20 feet of this pink light.
Oh, is it like the pink light from the other?
Correct.
Oh no, it's a vision.
I'm going to sketch this out real quick just so we've got a reference.
Is that the hallway?
That's hallway. You guys are right here.
Oh, I see. That's the hallway.
This is such a weird thing to draw out.
I thought the hallway was the pink.
I got it.
I got
Oh,
it.
so it's
From
like
this
a
picture.
strip.
Okay.
It's got this
I
way.
worry that we're sometimes
No, we
not
sometimes
aligned.
totally
Yeah.
biff it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm gun shy from the tower configuration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't so much the portals, but it was like position on the vines that I think was
Yeah.
caused the thing.
I think it's because you said no to John for the first time in his whole life. John didn't know how to do it.
But Daddy always says yes.
I use my John resistance.
Yeah.
I guess.
I have a
All
John
right.
and Derry action.
Give me your punch card.
Too good.
But I do legitimately think that's the first time you've said no to John flat out about something.
Yeah.
And you
You're
didn't
like,
even
this
let
isn't
him
it.
Recorded history.
and you didn't let him wiggle out of it at all.
To be honest, it felt bad. I don't like doing that.
It feels bad when he says yes to me.
That too, yeah. Like, what, I'm just going to let her walk down the hallway?
use an item.
Whoa.
She can just cast a spell whenever she wants?
When I get my shopping
Oh, so
flashback,
you're
he's gonna be
magic
like,
now?
"No,
Yeah.
you only have 2 gold."
You're facing down a large swath of pink light that is preventing you from getting to the other side of this without at least walking through it.
Well, why don't we try some of these doors that are on this side of the light? And Aaron walks up to the door on the right
Okay.
and tries to open it.
The door on the right, that door is open, not locked.
I open it.
It is extremely dark in there. Do you have dark vision?
No, I don't have dark vision.
Then it's dark in there. Except for a large, irregular splash of pink light on the floor.
God damn it. It's dark in here. Who can see in dark?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, yes, I can. Yes.
What's in there, guy?
Let me take a peep.
You have dark vision straight up?
Yeah.
Okay. Guy, you can see in this room, that pink light is giving enough illumination in here to see these glimmering, sparkling dots all over the room. You can see every surface in here looks slick and glossy as if wet. Some objects that were left in there are now unrecognizable in shape and seem to have almost been melted together.
I also have dark vision now.
Nice.
Can I give the old sniff test?
Yes, and then Journey can give me a perception as well.
20. Natural 20.
Oh,
That
shit.
is to
Dirty
say.
20.
Okay. Dirty 20 is enough to notice that in that pink light, the closer you look, you can see crouched figures
Ooh.
in the pink light. They are hiding, cowering. Oh. Guy, with a natural 20, you can see beyond that pink light. Kind of on the other side of the room, Guy, you can see there was a doorway here that was completely melted shut, leaving only a thin pane of melted glass-like material. It could be easily broken through, leading to another untouched chamber.
There seems to be another door in the back, but I'm worried about this other pink light. It seems we can't escape from it.
There's figures in it they look scared.
And in this case, Guy, you would be able to skirt around that light and avoid interacting with it entirely.
Well, wait, before we do anything, why don't we open the door across the hall and just see what's in there to kind of figure out our options?
I'm on it.
Be careful, Poppy.
Poppy drop kicks the door.
Yeah.
All right. Poppy checks out the door on the left. And that door is locked.
Well, it's locked. Never mind.
Poppy, try to drop kick it like this, and Aaron tries to drop kick it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Not lockpick it.
Nope. 13.
Doesn't budge.
Can I try?
Aaron drop kicks it and just drops. You like jump in the air, plant both feet on the door, and you all just see Aaron slide to the ground and land on her tailbone.
Well, would I stick to it with my spider hat
Yes.
on? I just stick to the door.
Aaron goes to drop kick and just sticks to the side of the door and then walks away.
Can I try like shoulder slamming into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a strength check.
6.
That goes exactly as you expected. You all hear this soft little tap.
Man, I just wanted to be cool and strong for once, like Journey.
I know.
Yeah.
Like what?
Journey,
I'm in the other room.
can you drop kick this door?
I'm gonna knock on it.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think my drop kick was like a knock, so it would have been the same thing.
Can you not lockpick this? I thought you were good at stealing stuff.
I forgot about that. Let's try lockpicking.
Okay.
I think this is this the first lockpick
No,
of the campaign?
I lockpicked other things. What do I roll?
Lockbox. That was a sleight of hand check.
Oh yeah,
To lockpick this.
cool. Let's use this.
This
dice.
is starting to feel like the statue puzzle.
16.
You all see Aaron fiddling with this, and granted, it's been a little while since Aaron's had to lockpick anything, at least since Small Castle. Not going great.
Door, will you open, please? I asked the door nicely.
You don't have control over all Dorans. Certainly not this one.
I'm just gonna squeeze through this room.
It looks like this room can take us past the pink light in the hallway if we want to just skip past that and ignore all the puzzles that our DM made for us.
Yeah. Does anyone want to listen to any of them?
Listen to the door.
No, not the door. The pink light.
Journey's,
Oh, that's right.
you said they were cowering?
They look real scared. I don't know. I mean, we can't help them, though. It's just a vision of the past. It's not,
But it might help us.
maybe, to know what was in this space. Maybe there's something still here that was here.
Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen to the one in here.
Can we all hold on to each other? I can't see very good in here. And Aaron grabs Dorn's butt. No, I'm just kidding.
A firm grip.
We're squirrely.
No, Aaron grabs Doran's hand as they walk in together and then tries to find Journey's hand
I'd grab your hand.
in the darkness, too.
Poppy, at you.
Happy at you. Careful, if we're too squirrely, he'll kill one of us
Yeah.
again.
No, no.
Poppy, you slide your echo bells across the floor, and they land into that pink splash of light in this dark room, in this glassy, melted space. You all see these figures cowering on the ground that begin to shake, and occasionally they will look up towards the doors as if waiting for something. And then you hear a door opening, and those hiding figures begin to scramble. A small crowd of Eladrin and fawns all stand up abruptly and attempt to bolt out of the room. And you suddenly see the Autumn King stepping in, taller than ever before, with dazzling bismite armor crusted in chromatic crystals that seem to make him glow without shedding light. And as his subjects break for the door, he shouts, "Kneel!" You see a burst of violet fire as the legs of the fleeing victims burn to ash with a single word. And the Autumn King continues, "Face me!" The still few conscious lift their faces, and when they do, you see their color fade as they become withered, inky husks, transformed by the Autumn King as he drains their life. This room, every part of this castle, Guy, was incinerated in a fiery blaze as the king made his rounds.
What would cause a king to do this?
I mean, this must have been after he did what he did downstairs.
It's power, hunger.
I mean, I've never met a nice king, so checks out.
How many kings have you met, Aaron?
I mean, I've been around royalty, the lords and ladies of Farewell. Most of them are pretty awful.
Well, not melting people, though.
That we've seen.
Well, let's press on. I am going to check this door on the other side of the hallway past the pink light.
from this side, that door is locked but can be easily unlocked since you're on the locking side. You can open it easily and into the next hall you go.
Okay. Can I see what is past the hallway to the top north of the map?
Just a small set of stairs leading up to the next area here.
All right. It looks like we can make our way up from here.
That's good. What's over there? And Aaron points to the glass door across the room.
I smelled another door over there earlier.
Yeah, guy, we can see it.
Such a weird thing to say. Dorn will use prestidigitation and try to just make kind of like flashes of light as he tries to move through the room, like just like slow strobe, making my way over to that door, holding Aaron's hand tight. Actually, Aaron, do you want to do the door opening part?
I mean, we can just try to open it first. And Aaron tries to reach for the door. Is there a door handle?
Yeah, and the one on the right here, that kind of melted panel that you found, the handle itself is melted into the door. This thing doesn't move, it doesn't have hinges, but it has been thinned out and slightly destroyed. Parts of it are almost translucent. You would probably be able to bust through this.
Journey, and Aaron tugs Journey along.
Oh, yeah.
Can you try to maybe break it? It doesn't look like it's going to open.
Yeah, I can try. Can I try to break down this door?
Yeah.
I would love to make an attack.
Okay.
Is that an unarmed strike?
You'd probably want to make it armed.
Okay.
Do you have arms?
It's glass.
I got arms. Yeah, I'm going to use one of my Gladi.
Sure. Yeah.
Which I don't have stats for. I just still have my hand axes.
Okay. Gladius, I think, is just 1d6, but these have the Avlodum property, so they're extra heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Avlodum property.
Yeah.
So that is 16 to hit.
So AC of this should be 10, so that would be a hit.
Okay, so I hit. Is there any addition for it being an Avlodum?
It is a +1 weapon for purposes of that.
Okay. 6.
Yeah. Blade bounces off.
I don't know.
Journey, Aaron,
Yeah.
take cover.
All right.
Aaron backs up.
Guy forms the glaive in his hand from the bracelet.
Okay.
Let's give it a go. Hoa!
Okay.
How?
Wow.
Natural 20.
Oh my God! Don't you can't.
This die is blessed
Time to
beyond
sunset
belief.
that die. Yeah. Jeez.
It rolls every number.
Guy, you
It does.
throw this spear.
Okay.
It crashes through this door here, this pane, and you see it just whiz through the next room, and it kind of like disappears into the darkness, and you hear it slap into something. It's stuck into something far away from you. You can see where it is, but it's a good distance away from you now.
Are there sconces on the walls or anything like that? Now that we've kind
Sconces are not until the next hall.
Okay.
All right, guys, gonna approach the room. The new room.
Cool.
It's dark in there.
Yes, it is dark in here, but there are some windows to outside as you walk into this room, revealing a little bit of light in here. You can see that this seems to be some kind of evening room. A private lounge with finery less impacted by the calamity here. Guy, when you go to retrieve your spear, you see that it's stuck in the wall right next to a wine rack. There are 3 bottles of wine on this rack.
Does anyone else know much about this stuff? Poppy, I feel like you might.
Let me take a look.
Give me a history check.
History?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get any advantage for me being a connoisseur of food?
You can take advantage on this.
Okay. That is a 17.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is.
I think it's wine.
Because it hasn't been all that long since you've seen some.
Pink Meridian.
Is it?
You find 3 bottles of Pink Meridian wine.
Yes.
You know that even at a bargain rate, these go for 2,500 gold each.
Wow.
Wow.
How much wine? Is it
3 bottles. 3
It's
bottles.
bottles?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking them.
Damn.
I was like, if it's barrels, I can't.
There's 100 barrels behind it of more.
Wow, this is Pink Meridian wine.
Oh yeah, they were selling it at the Clara's bar. Is that right?
Yes, with
She
the-
wasn't.
The worst bartender I've ever seen.
Yeah. She
Yes,
got it
it's a little
special for
harsh.
Phenom.
She's a pretty good
Well.
innkeep, but yeah. Should we try one?
No, not right now.
Yes.
You guys,
I
these
think-
are worth like.
Hey, we might die any
2,000
second.
We're not safe here. What are you guys thinking? We gotta go.
We need to stay sharp, keep our wits about us.
Okay, I'll just carry one.
No, I'm taking them.
Looking about this room, you also see large, comfortable chairs that similarly were not too affected by the calamity here. Still plenty comfortable. A long sort of, what are those called? Like a chaise lounge? Those laying down chairs.
I love these things, and Aaron goes and lays on it, sprawled.
You also see a small wooden jar near there on a sort of end table and a massive, elegantly carved smoking pipe sitting next to a snuff box.
I pick up the smoking pipe next to the chaise lounge, and I lay down, and I'm just like, oh yes, good sir, good sir. And I transform into a fat little lord.
Aaron kind of perusing the items there, you notice that snuff box is full of some dried herbal driftweed. The stuff looks very similar to what April uses.
Hey, Mikey, come here.
Oh, yeah?
Does this look like a good weed? What am I trying to say? A good strain of weed.
Ask the child. Yeah.
Mikey gets close to it and takes a little sniff, and he's like, this kind of smells like April's no-no flowers.
Well, good thing I wasn't really smoking it. I was just joking. And then Aaron throws the pipe on the ground and shifts back into Aaron.
You all see Hubert dive for the pipe, and he goes, no!
Oh, sorry.
This is a precious artifact. If you're not going to take it with you, I might.
Yeah, seems like something an old dude like you would really enjoy.
Oh, not for me, but April. Should we make it back? I think a fine gift.
Is April your wife?
What? No, preposterous.
Do turtles have
My
wives?
niece daughter.
That's weirder.
Now, we've established that turtle lineage is a big jumble.
They all just put them in a pile
Yep.
and they hatch.
Poppy,
Yeah.
I know you took 3 Pink Meridian wines. Look, we've been through a lot. It's amazing that we're all still here. And I just feel like we could take a brief respite here.
Doran, get
Just
us out
enjoy-
of the tower and you can have some wine.
Aaron's gonna try to steal one of the bottles.
No,
as-
I'm holding them to my chest.
I can still try to steal it. Aaron's gonna try to steal one of the bottles
Well,
while
you
Doran's
can't
talking.
use stealth because I know.
A sleight of hand versus
I mean, it's like a
perception.
DC 35 or something.
What about my passive perception?
I'm going to give Aaron Bardic Inspiration. So it's a D8. Doran just
Probably a good use.
lounges down and is playing his lute.
Okay.
I give guidance to Poppy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The battle here.
What is the... Oh, shit.
There will be blood.
18.
Oh, it's 11 for me.
Oof. Yeah. Poppy, you're staring at Aaron after they kind of make their intentions known, and Doran makes one little offhand comment as he gives some bardic inspiration. You turn to Doran to discourage him. When you look back, you're suddenly missing a bottle of wine.
What the heck, guys?
Aaron's already uncorking it.
It's worth 2,500 gold.
Poppy, we just had someone die and come back, and maybe we just need to take the edge
So you
off a
wanna
little bit.
Take
Just a
your
little
wits
bit.
out.
No, we want to try the wine, okay?
When
can
are we
try it
when are we
later.
going to live, Poppy?
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't
when we
know,
get to the
Doran.
surface
Maybe
and
if
then
you
we're
stop getting us stuck places.
Aaron takes a swig of the wine and then passes the bottle to Doran.
It's your fault we're here.
Whoa.
Doran goes over to look around for some glasses and pauses when Poppy says that.
Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. It has to be said.
Yeah, Poppy.
It's my fault we're here. That's what you think?
I was I was living a very humble but pleasant life, selling cookies, doing my own thing. And now I'm running from fey creatures, and I just don't want to be here anymore. And you guys are trying to make it harder to get out of this tower. And I would appreciate it if we could just get out of here before we have fun and relax.
Poppy, when we get out of here, you don't have to keep following this through if you don't want to.
What am I going to do? Where am I going to go?
I don't want anyone to feel like I'm making them be here.
Well, it's not really up to you anymore. Lenati knows who I am. The Blight knows who I am. The Blue-Eyed Man knows who I am.
Every day we are going to face danger. This may be our last day, regardless of if I have this swig of wine or not. Just let me have this one little thing, and then we can move on.
Poppy, we're not trying to get wasted. We're just trying to live in the small moments we can. Because you don't know, around the next corner, we open that door, that could be it. I mean, if anything, we saw that with Journey, but we got really lucky.
I just worry we're letting our guards down. You can have the wine. But these 2 bottles are mine. You can't touch them.
Deal.
Okay. Doran sits down. Did I find any wine glasses at all, or anything? Okay.
Yeah, incredibly unbroken wine glasses.
Wow. Not a lot of glaives flying in this room.
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one.
Doran does pour, basically, just a couple ounces into a glass, not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Looks around and tries to get a read of Journey and Guy, if either of them are going to partake. Or Huber, I guess.
Aaron's kind of been waiting for you to take a sip so that you could feel the same thing that they did.
Yeah.
And Pink Meridian wine it's not really wine. It is something else. Yes, it's got alcohol to it. Yes, it's made from a fruit of some sort. But this is the lifeblood of another plane in other ways. When this flows through you, Doran, your HP are restored, as are your spell slots. In addition, you gain inspiration.
Okay. I take a little sip, and then I'm going to pour a little bit into some glasses for everyone else. Just kind of scoot them out. Mm-hmm. You can have it or let it go to waste, but I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll like it.
Try it, you'll like it.
I told you to stop using that voice. It's good, you guys. Just have a little bit, take a second, and we'll keep going. Even Mikey. And Aaron gives their serving, because they already took a swig from the bottle. They give that to Mikey.
Mikey takes it with both hands, goes, wow.
Thank you, Aaron, but I must decline. I remember I would forbid my soldiers from drinking the night before battle. It did not make me very popular, but I believe it was for the best.
Maybe it's time to try something new.
Guy walks over to the wine rack and pulls the glaive back and turns it back into a bracelet. Not today. Besides, something about this room. This Autumn King, he lived in such opulence and comfort when right next door he was setting fire to his subjects. I do not wish to remain here any longer than we must.
As another member of the recently dead club, I would like a glass. Huber takes his.
Were you recently dead, or did people just think you were dead?
Well, to you all the same. But no.
As the sole person who did recently die, Journey picks up a glass, throws it back, and then walks out of the room.
I'm not saying I agree with you or this decision, but I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to try it.
Good. Yeah, just give Poppy a wink after she drinks it.
Aaron looks a little smug and smiles and follows Journey out of the room.
Everyone who drank gets their spell slots restored, their health restored, and gains inspiration. In addition, Poppy, with your Ganymede tasting,
Ooh.
You gain the effects of fly for the next hour.
Whoa! Oh my God. Cool.
That's good wine.
I'm so glad Poppy gave into it.
So is this like a general inspiration that we can apply to whatever?
Yep.
Whew.
And it lasts until you use it, yes.
Yeah, indefinitely.
Cool. I get to
Sick.
use the inspiration button on my character
Did
sheet.
we drink all the wine in that bottle?
That bottle is gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Guy, straight edge icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Doran does leave that one glass that was poured for Guy on the table.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. This room doesn't empty out into anywhere else. It's a terminus. There's nowhere else to go from here. You'd have to go back into those previous halls to go any further.
Yeah, I'm already in the room with the pink light again, and I'm just going to go out into the upper part past the hallway light.
Yeah. Yeah, you come out in that original hallway where all of this had started, but now you're beyond that little pink patch, allowing yourself to move further through the castle.
Can I try the upper left door?
Yes, you can. This one is unlocked, but it is likewise kind of jammed shut.
Okay. Can I try to open it?
Yep.
I'll give inspiration to Journey.
Love that. Athletics again?
Yes.
Thrilling.
Or an attack if you would like.
Dirty 20.
Very good. All right. What are you doing to open this?
I just go up to it and kind of like shove myself into it a little bit and just shoulder it open.
Great. Give me a dexterity save.
I would love to. 11.
We'd established that Doran was close enough to at least give Bardic inspiration for this. Other people might be in the room, but we know that Doran is. You see Journey try the door handle, and it turns. But when she goes to press the door, it won't quite open. You see her take a couple steps back, lower her shoulder, charge the door, and disappear into the open air. There is nothing beyond this door. You're roughly 500 feet up at this point in the tower.
Is she falling? Okay.
Journey's plummeting.
Doran jumps after Journey.
Okay. Yeah, you're out the door as well.
Okay. I try to basically dive down to try to catch up to Journey.
Yep.
As best I can.
Yeah.
Journey, starfish, please.
Doran, you jump out and turn into a needle and dive towards Journey, screaming instructions as you're coming. You see Journey kind of throw her arms and legs out to catch as much wind as possible. Both of you looking down, you can see not far from you, there is an eternal orbit of those giant black storks that circle this tower. A few floors down from where you are now, you're not sure if they see you, but if you get any lower, they're going to.
As soon as I'm close enough, I'm going to Dimension Door, but I am going to make sure I'm close enough to Journey to do it.
Okay.
Not making that mistake again.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to need from you, Doran, is a dexterity check and then an arcana check.
Okay.
Guidance.
Guidance?
Guidance yourself. Inspire. Can you bard inspire
I don't
yourself?
think so.
Oh.
No.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah. Yeah. You're able to jump out that window and angle yourself straight towards Journey until you just kind of collide with her midair.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to Dimension Door where we came from.
Yeah. I need an arcana check for that. It'll be pretty low. Actually, let's do concentration instead. I just need you to keep your focus in this moment.
Okay. Can I still have guidance, or is that not?
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
go away.
yep.
Okay. Concentration, you said?
Yes.
Fuck. 12.
It's enough.
Okay. All right.
The wind is screaming through your ears, and you can't even hear the words of the spell as you yell them out, Doran. But in a moment, the two of you are laying on top of each other on the bricks inside the hallway that you were just in. It's so close to the edge, Doran, that your left arm is still dangling outside of the tower.
I'm going to roll a Constitution check.
Shit your pants again?
No. 10. Okay. Doran retches a little bit. Doesn't throw up fully though.
Okay.
But is shaking and just sweaty. He is a cold slug.
Yeah, Journey scrambles back from that open doorway, down kind of up to the stairs and just kind of grabs behind her and is breathing really heavily and shaking her head a lot. And I kind of want to ask if anyone can see me right now.
I think after the noise of the door busting and Doran shouting, everyone else came out to see what the hubbub was in this hallway. So yeah, everyone's out here.
Can I ask for a check from people?
Sure, for perception?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Perception. Whoa.
21. That's a 21. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
8.
24.
Dirty 20. Wouldn't this be our passive perception, though, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know how that works.
Then 8.
15.
Would it be Tim?
We'll make an active for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, dirty 20.
I think, everybody probably except Guy.
Guy's closing the door to the hallway.
If they're looking at Journey, they would see that as she's breathing heavily, there's a little bit of darkness around her, maybe a little bit of shadow coming off of her. Not a lot, but just a little bit of spookery.
The lighting in this room is really weird.
Are you guys okay?
I'm not opening any more doors.
You went outside without me? And then Aaron's going to try to, kind of look out and just peek out the door and stick their little head out and look around.
Yeah, Aaron, you look down and you can see some other broken towers and little edges of scaffolding and framing of the castle sticking out. And not far down, you can see those big swarming black storks that circle this place. When you look to your left, you can see that other door. These doors used to have a room that connected the two. It's just kind of open air between them now. Looking up, you can see you've got maybe 10 floors or so left to go, or at least 10 floors worth of space above you before everything changes. You can see a natural stone spire that seems to take place at this kind of halfway point.
Can you all just stop dying for a second?
It's incredible how many times we fall.
Yeah.
Oh, did he do the dimension door thing? That's fine.
I don't know if fun's the right word, but thank you, Doran.
Yeah.
It's his favorite move.
Not every door we find is going to have delicious wine behind it.
It's true. Too bad.
Shall we press on?
You guys don't want to see what this pink stuff is?
Oh, yeah. We could put an echo welk in there, right?
Yeah. Should we just... I'm going to 100% this tower.
Yeah,
Fair.
Poppy, you perform the same thing by throwing your string of echo bells in there and listening through somebody else's. In this one, the closer you get, you start to see a line of guards, several lines of guards, all armored, kind of standing in defense of this place. If you were to try to walk through, surely they would reach out and run you through with their glaives. But just listening here, you can watch these guards for a good long while, and after a while it becomes clear that some of them are shaking with fear. And the same fate plays out before long. You see the image of the Autumn King moving through this room, cutting a burning swath through the guards so that he can pass.
Let's get out of here.
This Autumn King, we believe him to be the father of Lyrian. Is that correct?
I think so.
Do we think the king still lives somehow?
That much power? Probably.
It feels like we're following a path of his destruction in some ways. Maybe we'll see more as we keep going.
I don't want to watch them, but I think we have to.
Doran leans in a little closer to the pink light and is kind of just trying to look at it to some extent. So it's coming from the setting sun.
Initially, that's kind of what it looked like the first time you had seen this. But what you've seen since then betrays that. These just seem to be pockets of energy.
Can I get an Arcana check to just kind of tell, is someone trying to tell us this, or is it just strong remnants of events that just happen to linger here?
For sure. Arcana check.
20, dirty?
Yeah.
20, comma,
20.
dirty.
Dirty
20 on the rocks. What you're getting here actually is a familiarity on color. This pink light, the only other time you see this is when people are transferring energy to or from Bismite or from people. With that alone, you can tell that that's the source of this. These echoes here, all of these visions are locked in place or imprinted by the energy of Bismite. Think of it almost as like a nuclear shadow after something goes off.
Nice.
It's radiation.
That's cool.
It's left over from the event in them.
And it was just so like energetically traumatic.
This is scar tissue.
Okay.
Doran looks around and realizes everyone started walking away again. Catches up.
Doran, you're the last one to catch up when they open the door into this next palatial chamber. It's all focused around a great central circular pit. Looks like this place was once a colossal bath. Some sort of indoor pool where royalty would lounge and swim, now overtaken by mildew and lumpy vines and movement.
Guy does not smell this room. He chooses not to
I see. Okay.
smell.
I was like, there's so much smell going on here. Says the room to smell.
He covers his sword.
Yeah.
Movement, you said?
Movement. This place is graciously not quite as big as some of the other chambers you had been to, and the door to leave this place is in plain view, which is on the other side of this circular pit.
Is there water in
No
the pit?
water, actually. It looks a little glossy down there, but no active water. This place has been dry for a long time. Looks like you could just walk around the outside of this to get out.
How deep is the pit?
Only about 5 feet.
How deep is your pit? Sorry. Okay, so it's not deep. And there's like,
A perimeter that you can
Yeah.
walk around. Yep.
There's a pool deck.
yeah.
And you said there's movement.
Yeah.
Can you
All over this place. Yeah, Aaron,
Can
you can
I
give
look?
me a perception with advantage.
can I look
It's
more?
ants.
It's ants. Yeah. Oh God, if it's bugs, I'm out.
Honestly, if it's ants, it's like, what the fuck ever. It's the easiest
Wow.
thing here.
I rolled 2 18s. I don't know what that means. 26.
Cool. Aaron, you clock everything that's going on in this room because you beat all the numbers.
I'm cool.
First off, you see the familiar part. You see tree toads. A couple of them kind of clinging along the walls. They've got lumpy skin and claws like eagle talons, and they've got these slow, faded eyes that don't see much.
Watch out for the froggies. And Aaron points to him on the wall.
Not again.
You also see these creatures that look like oil spills on the ground.
They're bath pearls. No.
You can come up with whatever name you like for these, but think of these as flat leeches. They almost look like a manta ray, but perfectly circular, and they lay upon the ground until something steps on them or gets near them. At that point, they fold up and wrap themselves around whatever stepped into them and begin draining them of blood while they make it impossible for them to move.
No.
Aaron, next you see what you call in your head as brats. They are bats that are actual rats with wings.
Oh no.
They are called brats.
I hate bats.
And finally, in the center of the pit, in the middle of this room, you see a giant, furry, smelly creature, something between a sloth and a koala, but with little bright red clusters all around its body. These crimson pustules that have a disgusting resemblance to bunches of berries.
Ew. Sloatha.
That's perfect. The Sloatha. I called it the Scrunch. But
Scrunch.
Sloatha's good too. Aaron, you feel some movement among your things in your pack, and you hear this.
Fable.
As Fable gets up on your shoulder and hungrily eyes those pustules.
Fable, those aren't berries. Nope.
You feel it start to wiggle on your shoulder as if it's getting ready to pounce.
Don't do it. And Aaron tries to stuff Fable back into their pack.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand to grab Fable.
You can see.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah. Scruff him.
You ain't going anywhere.
Slam a jam up.
No, Aaron, you know better. You know how these cloud kips work. You don't grab Fable. You get your bag in your hands and you get her ready. You feel Fable start to wiggle, and as soon as she jumps, you lift the bag and just catch her in the sack and close it. Pull the strings tight.
Sorry, it's for your own good.
That little event calls all of your attention to the Kawatha, the Scrumch, in the middle of the room. You all see it too. It's sleeping. This great.
This isn't great beast territory.
I was going to say, is that capital G great?
No, not that large, and you can tell that this is a mundane, strange as hell creature.
What happened in this room?
It has seen better days. One Ganymede probably would have liked back in the day.
I wonder if it was corrupted. I don't know.
I think we should go around and get out of here. We don't need to disturb it. It's not doing anything.
Did you see an exit?
Yeah, it's just at the other end of the room. Just in case, can you still speak with animals?
That's a really good question. I think I can.
Also, pass without trace might be nice.
You never
yeah.
know until you try.
Oh,
Who can do that?
how do you play D&D, guys?
Man, spells.
I cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Okay.
And also I think I do have Speak with Animals if it comes to it.
All right. I need a stealth check from each person.
With advantage, right?
I
with
think
plus
it's
10.
plus 10.
Okay.
I'm flying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can have advantage, Poppy.
Okay, thank you.
Whoosh right through.
Whoosh.
You said plus 10?
Yep.
17.
Okay.
27.
29.
Yep.
Yeah, with disadvantage and plus 10, I got 18.
Damn.
Doran?
22.
Very good.
Trouble with the math there.
Nobody risks a thing. You all tiptoe through this room, silently looking at each other. Guy, you're about to put a foot down on one of those flat leeches, and Aaron grabs your shoulder and points down at it. You, lift your boot without shifting your weight.
Give them a big thumbs up.
There is a slick patch of some kind of flowing sludge about halfway around this perimeter. You all make it successfully across here. How do you do that? What does it look like?
Aaron's gonna try to walk on every pillar and wall to go around things.
Oh, yeah.
You just see Aaron going 90-degree angle all the time and up and around.
I think what happens actually is when you get into this room and kind of suss out your path, Aaron just turns around and walks up the wall you came in and just walks the ceiling to the other side of the room.
Poppy just flies across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avoiding the what are they? The
Brats? Yeah.
The brats and the tree toads that I'm familiar with.
Yes.
So I'm just weaving through
Yeah.
stuff.
Poppy's kind of slowly drifting, kind of dodging between all the hanging pink tongues and those brats, and also kind of spotting people as they're trying to pick their way across the perimeter here.
Yeah.
Guy just slides across so as to not lift his armor too much to
Yeah.
make it rattle.
Yeah. Every now and then you all hear a little bit of a clink of armor or the jingling of a chain, and you all look back at Guy, and Guy looks back at you.
Doran got stuck at one point and made a minor illusion of a fly to trick one of the frogs to hop into one of
Perfect.
the trap, and then skittered on through myself.
At one point, the Scrump starts to wake up a little bit. How did you guys deal with that?
Journey probably motions everyone to freeze for a moment and then does some sort of soothing wildlife sounds.
Just some kind of wood words, like the language of the forest.
Just, some kind of combination of sylvan and animal noises
Sure.
and
Crickets.
So
things.
what was that noise?
Oh, it was something
Something like this.
You're putting me to sleep right now.
All of your eyes go wide as you see Journey do that. You're all like, why are you doing this? And strangely enough, that Scrump opens its eyes only for a moment and kind of looks up, and upon hearing that noise, just kind of slowly nods to itself and closes its eyes again and lays back down.
It's imagining Journey opening her mouth and just a sound machine of a forest at night.
Yeah. It's
Comes on.
Yeah.
You can just
sleep
add
sounds.
it. You just add it in
Chirping
After
birds,
Effects.
yeah.
I know you have the sounds, Tim.
There's a distressingly loud seagull noise.
Yeah. Babbling brook.
Yeah.
All right. That little powder keg of chaos never quite erupts.
Sorry, Tim.
Yay!
When you make it to the next set of stairs here, you find yourself entering into an atrium. You enter a long terminal with large open arches higher up on the walls that show clear to the outside. The ceilings here are tall, several levels of the tower all combined together to form this area. And here there are dry aqueducts on either side of the terminal, running symmetrically along its length. This once manicured high-altitude sanctuary is now dry, but overgrown with a few withered trees and dark shrubs. Everyone make a perception check.
Ooh, are we looking?
No.
Darn.
Doran takes advantage.
Doran takes advantage, of
We're
course.
hearing.
7.
11.
25.
21.
17.
I win.
Journey wins. Something is in here with you, Journey. You can hear it, crawling and skittering.
Scrunch.
It's not the scrunch. You close that door.
There's something here.
What is it?
Is Pass Without a Trace still on us?
Yes.
Aaron's gonna try to climb up the nearest aqueduct wall, pillar, I don't know,
Yeah,
and get a better vantage and look somewhere.
easily done, Aaron. I mean, we all know that you've got the spider's hat.
Yeah.
Makes it very easy to climb things like this. You all see Aaron put one flat foot up against a pillar of the aqueduct and then another flat foot and just walks up the side.
If you get more than 30 feet away, you're going to be outside of the Pass Without Trace, by the way.
These aqueducts are a little less than 30 feet up, so I think as long as Journey was kind of at the base of the column here, that Aaron would be fine.
Stay close. Stay close. Sorry, stage whisper.
I'm right here.
I'm flying next to Aaron.
What are we looking for?
Just trying to keep an eye out.
Okay.
Poppy, you see it first. As you kind of fly up next to Aaron, Aaron is kind of cresting the edge of that aqueduct. You can all see a small crowd of figures in the aqueduct, using this dry, no longer flowing area as a sort of hideout away from everything else. You see no fewer than 8 figures here, humanoids, all clustered together. There's a silent tension, and the people on the ground still don't know what's going on here.
Hello?
You hear a whisper among them. And they kind of back off a little bit, whispering amongst each other.
Aaron, I think they're changelings.
Are they? I can't really see. I only see their eyes. Can I tell if they seem like a changeling? I mean, I don't know what that would look like.
I heard the language the other time when
You did
everyone
hear them
else was
speak before.
changelings.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounds similar, but Poppy, you don't know a whole lot about this place. That could have been any number of languages.
I don't know. They're speaking something I don't recognize.
Maybe let's go back down and tell the others. We sneak back down.
Yeah, they don't pursue. You can hear them whispering as soon as you move out of sight again, and people on the ground, you could probably hear this too.
Is it Sylvan?
It is.
What the?
Look at these.
You guys can speak Sylvan?
Quietly, kind of echoing, just little whispers in between other words, you hear, her. Is it her? Is it? No. Not her, no.
Guy starts pointing at Journey. Who?
Should I talk or should you talk?
I'm not a her.
I guess I can try. I call out in Sylvan, hello, we mean you no harm.
Any motion that you could see, any of them peeking up, as soon as you address them, they all just shoot down and disappear out of line of sight. You can see they're on both aqueducts, on both sides of you. There might be 20 of them.
Continuing in Sylvan, I just say, we're passing through here, we're visitors. We're just trying to leave this place. We mean you no harm at all.
Make a persuasion check.
And I can guidance myself?
That's what it said.
That's crazy. I'm always just going to add a d4.
Can I be playing some soft ambient sounds to try to help?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that inspiration?
Or is it like
It's probably inspiration. That makes more sense. Yeah. Bardic inspiration.
Okay.
D8.
Okay.
Burning through them. That's okay.
I needed it, so thank you.
Doran starts playing this.
Don't forget your persuasion.
Yeah, I had to do the math here and I was too busy laughing. Dirty 21.
Very good.
All 21s are dirty.
Gross, John.
You see a small clutch of them, 3 of these changelings, kind of bravely lift themselves from the aqueduct and begin crawling on the sides of it and crawling down that column. As they do, you can see their hands change into something like those tree toads, these eagle talons that help them claw their way down these pillars. And when they reach the bottom, these 3 changelings start moving towards you. In vague humanoid shapes, it seems they've kind of merged together a few different humans that they've seen down in the Feywild. They all look quite similar as they approach you.
Aaron, I told you.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Journey. Can you ask them if this is their home? I don't know.
They're continuing to walk towards you, getting close. They mean to come within touching distance.
Please stop right there.
They shift their gaze from Aaron to Journey to hear those words. They nod and look back at Aaron, all of them.
Well, this is creepy. Don't tell them that.
You hear them mingle with each other again. The one in the front doesn't take its eyes off you, but whispers, turning back a little bit, and it says, "It's not her, but it's just like her."
Who are you looking for?
You start to see a little bit of smoke. You know what's coming next. All 3 of these changelings change their form. At the same time, you can hear up in the aqueducts the same thing is taking place en masse. All of these are becoming something else. And when it finishes, they look almost like Aaron, but not. And they say, "How do you know this one?"
Aaron, I think I'm going to have to tell them some things. I think they know what you are.
Well, yeah. I showed a bunch of them to try to convince them.
Look at them. They look like you, but not quite.
Yeah.
I address the changelings again. This is my friend, my traveling companion. They are a changeling like yourselves, but they are from the surface world.
The one that was talking to you opens its mouth and takes a step back and looks at Aaron. It kind of throws its head up and goes, "Yaki!" The rest of them look down and make that same noise. This whole place echoes with a shriek all of a sudden. And then you hear that same hissing that you heard before. They all look down. They do not like Aaron. You start to hear preparations. You hear items being equipped and moved around. These things are getting in position, and there are way more of them than there are of you. And an open door in front of you.
Everybody head out.
I think we should
gotta
book
go.
it.
You hear more shrieking and screaming, and you start to feel stones being thrown down at you from up in that aqueduct. Nothing lethal yet.
Why are they doing this? And Aaron's holding daggers in each of their hands, running.
I don't know. And Journey starts to kind of walk backwards away from them towards the door to exit.
Yeah.
Please, we mean you no harm. We just want to pass through. We don't want to do anything here.
Journey, as you put up your arm and gesture towards them and get loud, they all cower backwards. They're being aggressive, but they're posturing. They're terrified of Aaron.
Please. My friend, they've been alone for a long time. They've never been here before. They've never done you any harm. We're trapped here, and we're just trying to leave.
Doran moves up towards Aaron, kind of reading the situation a bit. Aaron, they're terrified of you. Just look strong, and I think they'll be afraid. We'll be able to pass.
Aaron scowls deeper than they normally scowl.
Yeah.
And just says, "Get back, all of you."
You see them all kind of like peel back a little bit. The ones in the aqueducts dip down.
I
to
make
not be in
some
your line of sight.
I make some like basically like firecracker noises, like with prestidigitation.
Doran,
to accent her
Aaron,
voice.
please stop. We just have to leave. Let's get out of here. We don't need to antagonize them.
You all see Huber step forward with terribly researched broken Sylvan and says, please, I beg your monies. My enemies here wish you great bathrooms, day and night for days and meals and nights.
Huber, you're so impressive.
Please, everyone, let me just talk to them. Please just head towards the door.
Por favor.
Please just go. And Journey turns to look at all of you, and as she says go really insistently, you can see that her fangs are a lot longer and sharper.
Whoa.
Oh, we're
Let's
going,
go.
we're going.
Let's go. You don't gotta tell me 4 times.
And I just kind of shout out, not shout, but just project out to the changelings. I don't know how you know this person that Aaron appears to be. Whoever you are looking for, we don't know who that is. So if you're trying to warn us or avoid someone or something, any information you can give us, we can explain. We can discuss this. It doesn't need to be a fight.
Journey, during this, you can see things calming down a little bit. As your group is making its way out of this room, the excitement is leaving them a bit. But you can see this one point person sort of remains as the rest of them make their way back. You see it shake its head. Kind of flicks its eyes up to where Aaron was going. And you hear the Sylvan word for traitor. Guy, it's not often that you hear that not directed at you.
Boy, howdy.
Are we out of the room? Sorry.
With Journey kind of covering your ass here as you all leave, you're moving up those stairs.
I want to see if I can talk to that point person just one more time before I exit this room.
Yeah.
Aaron comes up behind Journey and just like really slowly touches them on the back and says, "Journey, I look like my elven mother, Melian. I don't know if that'll help anything or make it worse, but
I guess.
I can try using her name."
Okay, maybe back up out of this doorway and I'll just be in the door and try that.
Okay.
I'm so sorry that we've caused you distress. Is this person that you're afraid of, this traitor, it's Melian?
It was Melian, which is an elven name, but I'm kind of want to just call her Leanne now, and I don't think we've ever said her name. Just do Melian.
Okay.
Leanne could be a nickname.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this person Melian?
Melian. We don't know. This Melian.
What name did this person go by? So ready to write this down.
Well, wouldn't you know? It was Leanne.
Leanne, it rhymes with Mealy.
Oh my god.
Get out of here, John.
We don't know this Melian. No. The traitor we speak of. Eluri.
Sorry.
Okay, well, she's not with us, and we don't have anything to do with her. I think this is a terrible coincidence, and I hope that you all live your lives in peace and happiness from here on out, but I'm gonna go.
You will know her wrath. Kind of hisses at you again as you move up the stairs.
I hiss back at it. and then just fucking book it out of
Yeah.
there.
You are in the final staircase. And here there is nothing, except for a small break in the wall that reveals the dizzying heights outside. And this hall ends in a few stairs. Sorry. The writing on this just gets worse and worse. The hall ends in stairs
It's
that
big
end in a
and
door.
scary.
There's some
The
stairs.
stairs are made of steps.
Each step more steppier than the last.
You go up one, and it's a step.
Each consecutive step taking one more step than the last. The important detail here is that you can see the door at the end is covered with blackened, blighted roots, like lines of soot permanently etched in the stone here. You can hear a whistling wind outside that lets you know that things on the other side of this door are going to be different.
Well, we're stuck here.
Anything ring a bell, Doran?
Do I remember?
From here,
Yeah.
you do. This is the roof of the castle. But this is the end. To your memory, Doran, from here, Doran, all you remember is holding Maeve's hand. And she just smiled and stared deep into your eyes for what seemed like hours. And you felt weightless, floating almost, and all you could see was Maeve and her smiling face. This is the end. You're home now, once you leave this door.
Through here, and we're back to the mortal realm. That's it. We actually made it.
Oh, that didn't feel like a whole damn tower to me.
I mean, that can't be right. We're still in the Feywild.
Well, when I poked my head out earlier, I could still see some stuff above, so there's probably some additional stair. I mean, it kind of looks like rocks, actually.
I can give it a try. I mean, this should be the rooftop. Top of the spire. Let me try. I'm going to go to the door and
The blight vine door.
try to open it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's not locked. It's not stuck shut. It takes a little bit of effort, but this heavy door opens.
I'm looking around to see if I see a saving icon flashing top left of my
It's
screen.
weird. You've got a HP restore and a health restore and a little save point right here. What the fuck is that for?
I use a tent.
Yeah. But where you expected to see maybe Gothic steeples or gargoyles on the roof of the castle here, you instead find destruction. The rooftop here got it worse than anywhere else in the castle, with entire towers clearly blown off the side in the calamity. And you can see concentric stone rings of rubble all around here, but they're all circling the same central feature. What you're seeing makes no sense. And it's that you've reached the top of the castle. The lake is far, far below you at some sickening distance, and yet there's a great stone pillar above you, disconnected entirely, floating, hovering, unsupported. You look up to see what looks like a mountain peak pointing down at you from overhead, with an active waterfall pouring out from a dark crevasse, flowing into an eroded rut in the castle rooftop.
I try to make some sparks to see if I can still cast magic where I am.
Yeah, you can. And looking at the clouds here, you still got a long way to go. You're nowhere near the top of this tower.
I don't know. I thought that was it. But you guys were right.
Maybe you just took an elevator the rest of the way?
On some level, yeah, I guess.
Need everybody to make a perception check.
Perception.
Does John get advantage?
Yes.
Oh, not good. Are we hearing things?
For being John.
Yeah.
I actually didn't hear what you said, Tara. What'd you say? I just say yes if the words John and advantage.
15.
24.
25.
John wins.
We'll see.
18.
18.
Oh.
Okay. The suspense.
12 for me. I don't see shit.
All right.
You're so small.
15 and up, I think that's everyone but Poppy. This area is covered with large boulders, destroyed stone, plenty of hiding space. It's almost like a garden of boulders and pillars here. And you start to see some lurking shadows. Not the changelings, not quite redcaps, not quite like anything you had seen here yet. But a few dangerous thoughts start to click in your mind. When people have their magic stolen from them, everything, every last drop, they turn into those shadows, those wanting, needing immortal beings. You know from the tower on Lore where you faced that moth that a lack of sustenance does not deter these things. They are forever. So when the Autumn King drained tens of thousands at the same time, where did they go?
Obviously to the roof.
Somewhere else, probably.
The roof party.
Probably as close to the Bismite as they could get.
Oh, sure.
And then one more dangerous thought creeps into Doran's mind as he hears a familiar metal scraping sound. Doran, if it wasn't for your past experience, if it wasn't for your incredible, uncanny ability to hear at a distance, you never would have noticed Smilegrin, bathed in shadow.
Oh, no.
More wicked and corrupted and distorted than it's ever been. More single-mindedly focused on landing one fucking hit on your mark. Sits atop a pillar, and because of Doran's 25 perception check, does not get a surprise round.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Yeah.
You did win.
You couldn't just let him die.
The last thing you all notice is an arrow shot from a bow coming straight down at you from out of that dark crevasse above that lands into the stone and bounces off the ground. And I think we'll end it there.
But who shot the arrow?
But
Who shot the sheriff?
Thanks everybody so much for listening. I am Tim, your GM.
I'm Hannah playing Aaron.
I'm Tara and I play Journey.
I'm Thomas, and I'm Guy.
I'm John. I play Doran.
I'm Maggie, and I play Poppy Kenmore. Share the show with people you love, and we'll see you
You're just gonna take it away. I love it. Yeah. Maybe that's what we should do.
hard not to say it.
Now,
Maybe-
now you have to
Maybe you
DM
love-
next time.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Maybe after, okay, I think at the end of the session, we just race to say it first. As soon as Maggie finishes, we all just barrel into it as quick as we can. I think that's what we do from now on.
Share the show with people you love, and we'll see you next time.
Just scare them.